Drinking all night, but we ain't done yet. Waiting on the plug, but he ain't come yet. Still need something, put your bank on it. Got a big bag with a big pond. Party ain't over if they say something. No sleep till I seen 3 sons. Party going in with the 3 sons. Welcome in, guys. Chasing up with somebody that she never lets me down. They go to work for some money, we make it from acting out. We taking shots right now. It's doing good. How about yourself? Sailing around 40 on a new suit. Sipping Bud Light, that's no cruise. Baby busted up like whoa. Diamonds got caught like a boo-boo. Pocket so fat like a moo-moo. Me and Drake came for the boom-boom. Drippin', women tryna take my things. Help my ruin, better sit some, take some videos. There's a party on my player visit. That's a moment, hop out front like ribbit. Drunk when I walk in the door. So fucking hot like hello. That's awesome. Hope everyone's ready for a great holiday weekend. With some plans. Maybe some cookouts. Welcome in, Jake. Welcome in, Gary. All right, Scott, let's get you a good spin here, and you will get a stasher pass for setting our high bid. All right, stasher pass on the Braves. All right, passing on the Bravos. Taking on the Stros. All right, Jake's in for a spot. So I got notification my Megas shipped out yesterday, guys. So should be here for release day on Wednesday. We got some Mega and Blaster mixers coming up. If you guys haven't already, make sure to follow the bookmark in the upcoming shows. All right, stasher pass on the Mets for Jake. Let me know if you want to pass on the Cubs. I feel like I know the answer. Let me know if you want to pass on your quilt-making Kyle Teal White Sox. He's deep in thought. He said, screw it, I'll keep him. You're just afraid what might pop up. But I respect that. Gary's in for a spot. And I know he's breaking right now.
All right, he's going to pass on the Mariners. So we're using that safety spin, taking down the Athletics. The kid reporters know. I'm not sure if anybody knows that uses them. One year, it's been a few years now, I kept a whole stack of them, and I don't know, I probably had thousands, maybe 5,000 of these things, but it just was too much work. I was like, you know what, screw it, it's not worth it. Hey, welcome in, Carl. Gary taking on the Guardians. We actually saved up, quite a few thousand of them, but it just became too much work to enter them all into the system. I should have done it as we went, but we saved them all up for the deadline, and I was like, you know what, screw this. All right, Daniel's in for a spot. Appreciate it, Daniel. All right, Daniel landed on the Stasher pass. So we got a Stasher pass on the Marlins for Daniel. Welcome in, Bry Guy. Welcome in, Jay Vibs. How about that? Haven't had that happen in a while. C2, pick one. All right, we've just upgraded you. We're going to show you two teams. You're going to pick one. Braves. Braves or Twins? I think the Twins have the better prospects in this year's Bowman set. All right, Twins. The guy you're really looking for the Twins is Peyton Eels. All right, next spot's live. Oh, Joe's in for a Stasher pass high bid. Appreciate it, Joe. Stasher pass on the Royals. Passing the Royals. And Joe taking on the Reds. All right, Daniel in for another spot. Congrats on the bronze tier. Should have a coupon in the rewards system. If you're not familiar, should be a crown around this area. You click on that, you can redeem them for your next spin. All right, Daniel taking down the Angels. You just tagged yourself, Jake?
Tell me what you wait for me. Baby, I'm a rolling stone. I got a lot of right in me, but I don't want to say this wrong. Tell me what you
All right, Scott's in for another team. Appreciate it, Scott.
You should run away with me, even if you're better off alone. I like that you like me. I kissed your lips, you got good taste. I like that you like me.
And those Cubs keep popping up. Cubs off the board.
Sounds cliche, but tell me what you wait for me. Baby, I'm a rolling stone. I got a lot of right in me. I don't want to say this wrong. Tell me would you stay with me? Maybe we can make this home. You should run away with me. You're better off alone. Your name is a neon light in the sky with darkness surrounds.
Good luck here, Daniel.
Let's leave this town. Get married, go to Vegas and create nostalgia.
All right, Daniel, the Tigers. Nice spin there. One of the top chase teams.
Sounds cliche, but tell me what you wait for me. Baby, I'm a rolling stone. I got a lot of right in me. I don't want to say this wrong. Tell me would you stay with me? Maybe we can make this home. You should run away with me, even if you're better off alone. Tell me what you wait for me. Tell me what you wait for me.
I don't know, Carl. The Jesus Mate came out of the bottom half of one of my cases, and then we hit a ton of autos in the case number 2 at the end. Or maybe that was case 3. Case 3 has loaded at the end, so 2 of my 3 so far been loaded at the end. Jake with the raise. So I guess it's been either way for me. Thanks for hopping in, Curtsy. And taking down the Mariners. Gary already used the free pass, so blame Gary if you don't like the Mariners. Oh, is it going to make it there? Well, either way, both of those teams right there are pretty hot. Scott with the Rockies. Gary in for another spot. Appreciate it, Gary. Gary taking on the Fathers. The $6 Fathers. All right, Scott. See if he can keep it up after getting those Rockies. And taking on the Yankees. Welcome in, Lurk. At first, I thought that was going to be the Marlins, but we're not completely done with the turn yet here for Joe. But you get a C2 team, so even if you do spin the Marlins here, I know they're your PC team. You get to look at another team. Okay. Diamondbacks. Good first spin. Diamondbacks and Royals. We're taking down the Royals. All right, halfway there, 14 left. Good luck here, Jake. Jake's taking down a red team because there's 4 red teams there in a row. Taking down the Nationals. Curtsy with the Browns or the Bronze tier. Good luck here in the spin and taking down Joe's favorite team, the Marlins. Joe has been marked safe from the Marlins. But in all reality, Marlins aren't really bad here in Bowman this year. See, we got the Diamondbacks, Braves, Orioles, Red Sox, Dodgers, Mets, Phillies, Pirates, Giants, Cardinals, Rangers, and Blue Jays remaining. Welcome in, Med. I mean, eventually they're going to hit an auto in the like your prophecy will come true. Welcome in, Salt Life. $6 spins, 4 blasters, a 25 Bowman. Probably. Got the Dodgers. Let's see if we can't redeem you with those Dodgers. Don't pass on them twice. Welcome in, Punky. Appreciate you hopping in. Let's get you a good spin here. Punky taking down the Pirates. Welcome in, Tall Can Dan. Taking one for the break. I see the reverse psychology, though. All right, there we go. Giants for Punky. Welcome in, Triple Play. All right, 9 teams left. Actually, I forgot to load my show notes. So all cards do ship. The high bid stash or pass rule applies to until we're down to the final 2 teams. High bid takes down the Brewers. And I believe all the free passes have been given out for the 3 teams posted there. But I think they've also been claimed already. Thanks for hopping in, Dan. Yep, all 4 blasters. And Dandies. Down to 8 teams. A lot of red up there, too. So we got Braves, Cardinals, Phillies, Diamondbacks, and Rangers, Mets, Orioles. All right, Triple Plays in for a spot. Appreciate you. All right, Stasher Pass for Triple Play. Stasher Pass on the Phillies. Welcome in, Rudy. Welcome in, Bry Guy. Passing on the Phillies. Taking down the Orioles. Tall Can Dan with the bronze tier. Appreciate all the new buyers today. And taking down the Mets. All right, so that gets us down to the final 6. So Stasher Pass and the C2 pick 1 come off the wheel. You still can get the high bid Stasher Pass until the final 2. We got Cardinals, Phillies, Diamondbacks, Rangers, Red Sox, and Braves. Got that one non-red team up there. And Triple Play with the bronze tier. He's going to knock off the last non-red team with the Rangers. It's a whole lot of red. We got Braves, Cardinals, Phillies, Diamondbacks, and Red Sox. I think the only red team we're missing is what, the Nationals and the Reds up there. There goes the Red Sox. So $10 would put you up there temporarily, but whoever has the final high bid, so after the last team sells, that high bid will get the Brewers. So currently it's sitting at 9 for Midnight Smoke. That could easily change on the last spin. We've also had it stick for the remainder of the break, so you just never, kind of really depends on the final team. And I'd probably say one of the lowest high bids we had for this year's Bowman, Jesus Mate auto. Welcome in, Starvino. Diamondbacks, nice spin there for triple play. I do not. The TV that I have down here in the basement is actually behind our board right here, so I wouldn't be able to watch it. Unfortunately, I didn't really think that one through whenever I'm doing breaks. They were up 4-2 whenever I left the TV. Final three teams. Welcome in, Hayden. Welcome in, Jeff. 6-2 now. I'm doing great. How about yourself? And there's another good coming off for Tall Can Dan. Appreciate the share, Jeff. All right, Phillies and Brave. There is no high bid stasher pass. You can set the high bid here, but you won't get a pick your team essentially. This is just a straight up spin. Phillies and Braves. Appreciate you hopping in, Jeff. Oh my gosh. Jeff is taking down. So that leaves us with the Phillies. All right, so if this gets to $10, you're going to get two Phillies and the Brewers. If this stays at 9 or below, you're only going to get the Phillies. Good luck, guys. He's usually really good with his defense. All right, high bid has been activated, so we're looking at two teams here, Phillies and the Brewers. All right, 13 bucks to Daniel. Nice take, Daniel. Get you a spin here. We'll put the Brewers on the wheel. All right, so here are our teams. In case you guys want to make any offers or deals. Triple plays interested in the Braves. Braves going to Jeff right there at the end. Not sure if you're interested in trading Jeff. Triple plays got the Rangers and the Orioles. I'm not so sure Jeff's interested in Sorry Triple Play. We'll go ahead and start break number 1. All right, good luck, everybody. Empty number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs. Oh, wow, that was a quick change. Willie Adames, Vladdy Jr., Jose Altuve, Thomas Sagassi, Rockstar Rookies. We got Lil Poppy, Emil Morales, Javier Magallan, Ongarte for the Royals, Sanabria, first chrome for the Padres. Then we got Schwellenbach, Ketel Marte, and Kyle. Welcome in for play. Amador, Luis Robert, Chris Sale, Cooper Pratt on the VIP insert for the Brewers, Victor Rodriguez, Drew Jones, Aiden Miller, Sebastian Walcott chrome, Luis Pena first chrome for the Brewers. Nice prospect there. Contreras, Harper, and Tatis. Caden Dana, Freddie Freeman, Kumar Rocker, Roki Sasaki, rookie of the year favorites for Jake, Will Simpson, Jonathan Long, Cole Fontanella, Braylon Payne, Blake Walters. And we got Mason Wynn, Langford, and Dylan Cruz rookie. Arenado, Zach Pete Alonso, Green Reptilian, Robert Claus, top 100 for the Rockies, Gensil Villarreal, Ricardo Yan, Jackson Humphreys first, our first Jesus Mate on the chrome, going out to Daniel, and then we got first Green Reptilian, looks like non-auto, Blake Walters for the Royals, going out to Joe. Nice first Green Reptilian. Yuri Perez, Cole Reagans, and Joe Kinsey Noel. Connor Norby, Junior Caminero, Roki Sasaki, Adrian Del Castillo, Hayden Alvarez, Richard Maddock, Chase Mobley, Chase Burns on the chrome, Humberto Cruz, Drew Thorpe, Alcantara, and Ronald Acuna Jr. Hurston Waldrop, Rhett Lauder, Shea Wickham, Bryce Eldridge on the Greatness Loading, Colt Emerson, Peyton Eels, Yofri Rodriguez, Kyle DeBarge. That's another name I forgot about when we were talking about the Twins earlier. I believe he's a first rounder. One Hoop Han on the first Reptilian. Jacob Wilson, David Festa, and Trey Turner. Yeah, DeBarge is a first-round draft pick for the Twins. Blast number 2. One, two, three, four, five, 6 packs. Bo Bichette, Carlos Correa, Mookie Betts, Brooks Lee on the Rockstar Rookies, Kellen Lindsey, Matt Wilkinson, a.k.a. Tugboat, Quinn Matthews, Sean Keys first, D'Angelo Ortiz, Tyler Locklear, Bo Bichette, and Carlos Correa. Shohei Ohtani, Jackson Jobe, Shoto Imanaga, Jack Caglione on the VIP, Rafael Flores, Sean Carlos Lora, Fernando Cruz, Gary Gill Hill on the first Chrome, Victor Rodriguez, Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani. That's a heck of a lot of Dodgers in a row. And Jackson Jobe. Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Victor Rodriguez, I believe. Austin Riley, Lawrence Butler, Kobe Mayo, Kevin Alcantara, Rookie of the Year favorites, Ichiro Kano Hernandez, Chin-Wei Lin, Ha-Sung Jung, Hintz, Connor Griffin, Shoto Imanaga, Rafi Devers, Riley Green. Got some color. It's rookie for the Orioles, Yuki Sagano to 299. Going now to triple play. Spencer Jones top 100 for the Yankees. Esteban Mejia, Bishop Letson, and we got a lava up in the back. Braylon Payne, E. Smith Pineda. First lava refractor, Sean Keys for the Blue Jays. Going out to Talkan Dan. 299 of 399. Kobe Mayo, Devers, and Riley Green. Salvador Perez, Christian Yelich, Brian Reynolds, Logan Gilbert, Kevin McGonigal, first paper, Jared Sundstrom, George Clausen, Max Clark, Dylan Feen, Salvador Perez, Christian Yelich, and Brian Reynolds. Jacob deGrom, CJ Abrams, River Ryan, another Jack for the Royals. Definitely know why you took the Royals there, Joe. Lucas Ramirez. Seymour. Cha-Chang for the Pirates on the first chrome. And then we got first Reptilian for the Bravos, Giancarlos Lora. Logan Gilbert, Jacob deGrom, and CJ Abrams. All right, blaster number 3. Jake always says there's a Marlins auto in here. We'll find out if he's right this time. It's bound to stick one of these times. It is the base Reptilian. Yep, no problem. Empty number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more packs. We got Riley Green, Salvador Perez, Christian Yelich, Sagasi Rockstar, Jesus Mate on the paper, Nick Kurtz, Yu-Min Lin, Ricardo Yan first chrome, Malcolm Moore, he's a first rounder for the Rangers, Cole Reagans, Joe Kenzie Noel, and Drew Thorpe. Logan Gilbert, Brian Reynolds, Jacob deGrom, Seymour on the VIP, Kyle DeBarge, Marcos Torres, Romeo Sanabria, Rafael Flores, Juan Gonzalez, Alcantara, Acuna Jr., and Jacob Wilson. CJ Abrams, River Ryan, Yamamoto, Chase Jung, Rookie of the Year favorites. We got Blue Bandana coming up. Nabel Mariano, Blake Walters, and it is a first Blue Bandana of Lucas Ramirez for the Angels. Manny Ramirez's son. Nice hit there for the Angels. Angels going to Daniel. Cole Fontanella, and then Lil Poppy, David Festa, Trey Turner, and Jung-Hoo Lee. Ezekiel Tofar, Jackson Holiday, Mike Trout, Eduardo Quintero, top 100 for the Dodgers, Braden Montgomery, Cam Smith, Edgeline Perez, Castillo first chrome, Esteban Mejia. Then we got Simeon, James Wood, and Sagano. Casas, Emmanuel Clase, Bobby Witt Jr., Jackson Churio, E. Smith Pineda, Sebastian Walcott, Jack Lyons for the Rays, Bishop Letson, first chrome, Jose Perdomo, Ben Rice, Alvarez, and J. Ram. Nick York, Corey Seager, Willie Adames, Angel Acuna Greatness Loading for the Mets, Fabian Lopez, Cade Horton, Walker, Kevin McGonigal first chrome for the Tigers. There we go, Detroit. We have first Reptilian, Caden Kendall for the Twins. Then we got Bellinger, Albies, and Neto. All right, blaster number 4. Two, 4, 5, and 6 packs. Chris Sale, Caden Dana, Freddie Freeman, Hassan Kim, Rockstar Rookies, Andrew Morris, Ashley Andujar, Conrad Kaysen, Marcos Torres, Quinn Matthews. Then we got Kim Jung and Ellie De La Cruz. Kim Jong Un. It sounds like someone's name. Kumar Rocker, Nolan Arenado, Zach Wheeler, Colt Emerson for the Mariners on the VIP. We have James Tibbs, Jansel Luis, Walker Janik, Nabel Mariano Chrome, Bryce Rayner, Sedane, Gunner, and Carroll. Pete Alonso, Connor Norby rookie, Caminero, Caden Dana rookie of the year favorites, Dowell Joseph, Zaire Hope, Caleb Lamavita, Josue Brycino, Chase Mobley, Scooble, Judge, and Merrill. Roki Sasaki, Adrian Del Castillo, Hurston Waldrop, Braden Montgomery, top 100. Kyle, one for your quilt that you're making, Jake. Gregory Barrios, Carlos Tavares, James Tibbs, Fred Yerber Montilla, McCallahan, Olsen, and Rutch. Rhett Lauder, Shea Wickham, Brooks Lee, red rookie stamp for the Blue Jays, or Elvis Martinez. Tall Can Dan, red rookie stamp. Jacob Wright, Cameron Sullivan, and we have Sky Blue, to 499 of Max Clark. That's a really good name for the Tigers. Going out to Daniel. That's a really good pack. Aiden Miller, Yofri Rodriguez, Angel Acuna, Matt Chapman, and Thomas Sagassi. All right, final pack, guys. Got a Paul Skeens, Tyler Locklear, Bo Bichette, Travis Bazzana on the Greatness Loading, going out to Gary, Jesus Tolero, Sean Keys, Frenierber Montilla, Peyton Eels, and then we have First Reptilian for the Twins, Kadeem Diawa, Rosarina, Will Smith, and Juan Soto. So we missed on the auto on this one, but we hit a nice amount of numbered cards. Some good names. All right, little recap, and then we can run it back if you guys would like. Go through all the top-loaded hits we got up here. All right, we got Travis Bazzana, Braden Montgomery, Caden Dana, Colt Emerson, Hassan Kim, Angel Acuna, McGonigal, Quintero, Chase Young, Seymour, Sagassi, McGonigal Paper, Spencer Jones, Alcantara, Brooks Lee, Bryce Eldridge, Robert Kalaz, Cooper Pratt, Sagassi, and then some numbered cards mixed in here. Max Clark to 499, Lucas Ramirez to 125, Jack Caglione times 2, Sagano to 299, Roki Sasaki, Sean Keys first lava to 399, Diowa on the first Reptilian, Blake Walters green Reptilian to 99, going out to Joe. Orelvis Martinez red rookie stamp going out to Dan. Caden Kindle Reptilian, Giancarlos Laura Reptilian, Winhu Pon. And then we got a couple Jesus Mades here, paper and the chrome. And then his teammate Luis Pena. Some pretty good prospects here. Yep, sure can. Blake Walters to 99. It is 92 of 99. Trying to get the green in there so you can see the green. Yep. Thanks for supporting. I hope you get your hearing back. Just kidding. Fair enough, Jerry. Fair enough. Uh, fair enough. I'd say probably the best card you got there was a. Welcome in, Peking. We'll have to break out the mascot whenever we get the Astros off the wheel. All right, Scott's in for the stasher pass. Stasher pass on the Padres. Stashing the Padres. All right, next spot's live. Jake in for the stash spin. Stasher pass on the Phillies. Passing on the Phillies. Those Dodgers again. Trying to tell you something. Good luck here, Scott. All right, here comes the mascot. Astros off the board. All right, next spin's live. Thought that was going to stop there on the Reds for you. Taking down the Orioles. Carrying for a spin. Oh wow, Ronald Acuna came back. Game 1, hit a home run. And Phillies. So, any of you guys got any big Memorial Day weekend plans? Gary, I know you said you had to work tomorrow. What about the rest of the holiday weekend? Anything fun planned? Oh, damn, that sucks. We're just starting this wheel off. We got 5 teams down, 29 on the wheel, 24 teams left on the wheel. And then the Brewers go to the high bid. So there's 24 up there. Welcome in, Schwantz. Feeling a big hit with the Cardinals. I was looking at some of the breaks out there that do PYP, and they got JJ Weatherholt priced up there with Jesus Mate. Very, very similar. Actually, they have Weatherholt higher than Condon, which I kind of thought was crazy. All right, static. Stash or pass on the Athletics. What you thinking? We'll remind them when they get the Athletics that they need to thank you. All right, pass on the Mariners. All the free passes are alive. I know our mascot's kind of blocking the White Sox a little bit there, but we're still available to pass on all 3 teams. Pass to them as well. Mariners and the Athletics are due to hit. Oh, yeah. This happened the other day on the Dodgers. Just want to verify you wanted to pass. Okay, he says keeper. I'd hate if we pulled an Ichiro Suzuki like base hit or something crazy. That would suck. Oh, there we go. That's a nice spin for you. It's not the Cardinals that you were looking for, but hey, I think we take the Reds. We're bound to hit you something with these Reds. You've gotten them quite often. We just got a hit for you. Appreciate the share 10-man cards. Michael Fisher, welcome in. $6 spins, 4 blasters of 25 Bowman. High bid takes down the Brewers at the end. We have free passes on the Cubs and White Sox for the first time somebody hits them off the wheel. Kind of like you did with the Mariners. Welcome in, Starvino. See, some of the top teams we still got available are the Diamondbacks, the Red Sox, the Rockies, Royals. Still got the Giants, Cardinals, Rangers, all still alive. Welcome in, Bry Guy. Welcome in, Ellie. Welcome in, John Him. I can't remember. Did you hit that gold Lazaro Montes insert? I thought you might have been the one. Nice, yeah. I think I chose those 3 teams because they either have only one player that has a first Bowman or just they don't have like high level prospects. The Mariners, I believe, have just one first Bowman, which is Jared Sundstrom. The players in the organization are really good. You got Montes, Colt Emerson, some really good names. Then you got the chance for the Ichiro. So I mean, it's kind of tough. I think my other alternative was the Braves. I think they only have one guy with a first Bowman. Welcome in Forgiven Jay. Welcome in Orlando Breaks. $6 spins, 4 blasters with 25 Bowman. Yeah. We'll see if we can't use that good karma to some use. Nah, sorry, no pick your teams. All random spins. How much will pick your team, White Sox? I don't know. You might have a battle. You might have a bidding war with Jake. I mean, he is trying to put that Kyle Teal quilt together. Welcome in, Chief Sooner. There's a White Sox fan in the Facebook group. I don't know. He typically goes after some of the top teams, obviously, because the White Sox don't have much to chase. But he's always giving a couple coworkers a hard time about being a Reds fan. It's like, man, I don't know. I don't know if you got much room to talk being a White Sox fan. Welcome in, See Happy. See Happy or Chappy, not sure where you're going with that, but welcome in. Welcome in, Dreezy. Welcome in, Carter. Looks like Gary's going to be chasing that Marlins auto out of Blaster 3. I think FedEx is just getting my hopes up. I just got a notification that the Megas are going to arrive on Tuesday, a day early. That almost never happens. It's bound to be screwed up by FedEx. Welcome in, Rudy. Welcome in, Pooty. Welcome in, Nick. $6 spins, 4 blasters, 25 Bowman. Still got some good teams out there. Rockies, Diamondbacks, Cardinals, Guardians, Royals, Yankees, Giants, and the Rangers. Welcome in, Kamaz. Pootie's in first spot. Appreciate you, Pootie. Pootie taking on the Red Sox. Pooty with the Braves. I don't do trade backs, but if anybody else wants to trade the Braves, sure. Somebody actually in the last break was wanting the Braves. If he jumps in, I'm sure he'd be interested. But with the way I do the high bid and the stasher pass, I haven't found an easy way to do the trade 2-for-1 deal. He was in the last break. He hasn't jumped into this one. He may be back. If you see his name is Triple Play Sports. Welcome in, Dirt Digger. Welcome in, Trent. Jake, I got you down for the Reds, Dodgers, and Mariners. All right, Pooty with a stasher pass. Stasher pass on the passing on the Royals. And taking the Nationals. We pulled a lot of red rookie stamps, but we've yet to pull either Cruz or James Wood, so I'd love to pull one of those guys. Could be this break. All right, good luck here in this spin. And the Yankees. $17 teams left, almost to the halfway point. Welcome in, Cosmo. Welcome in, Lake Fair. $6 spins, 4 blasters, a 25 Bowman. Welcome in Kingship cards. $6 spins, 4 blasters of 25 Bowman. We have Cubs and White Sox with a free pass. High bid will take down the Brewers at the end of the break. We're just about halfway. Just under half filled. Still got Rockies, Diamondbacks, Cardinals, Rangers, Guardians, all still live. So that, yeah, the mixer break we did on Facebook, I'd say the best one would be the Broncos. You got the Rockies and the Broncos. And then the second one could be maybe Commanders in Washington. Yes, you're welcome, Kingship cards. I try to do my best on getting them shipped to you guys how I'd like them shipped to me. So, all right, Pooty, I got you down for the Braves, Yankees, and Nationals. And Red Sox. Red Sox, too. All right, Kingship cards in for a spin. Appreciate you hopping in. Yeah. Kingship's in for the Guardians. I wonder how everyone would take a combo mixer here on Whatnot. I know I don't dabble too much in the football realm. I'm not sure if we have any football fans that also collect baseball, but that would be kind of fun to do, like 2 Optic, 2 Bowman. I might have to try that this weekend. All right, Pootie's in for another team. I'll have to figure out the logistics, make sure it's not going to kill me, because Optic's a little more expensive, but not crazy. Welcome in, Korsh. Stash or pass for Pootie. Stash or pass on the Athletics. Just a PSA. They were passed on by Jake. Usually when Jake passes on something, they usually hit, but just some information for you. All right, he says pass. And we have free pass on the Cubs. If you want to pass on the Cubs, we can use that free pass and pass. Get you another spin. That canceled out the Hazer curse. But yeah, we have free pass on these teams one time. Mariners have been passed on. White Sox, Cubs are live on the free pass. All right, Cubs will be pretty much live for the next person. Your mark's safe from him on this turn. All right, turn that one into a nice little turn there. Take down the Rockies. All right, yeah, guys, keep a lookout for the shows this weekend. Let's see if we can't. I'll schedule one up for either. I don't know, maybe even tomorrow night or Sunday night. Thanks for hopping in, KG. Ooh, so close to those Cardinals. Taking down the Blue Jays. Welcome in, Big Nate. Not too much. How about you? Welcome in, K Dubs. And Rangers. Not a bad team there. Rangers tend to do pretty well. So teams remaining on the wheel, in case you guys can't see them, we got Diamondbacks, White Sox, Cubs, Tigers, Royals, Angels, Twins, Mets, Athletics, Pirates, Giants, Cardinals, and the Rays. High bid takes down the Brewers. Welcome in, JB Love. That is true, too. Actually, I think I have an Illusions Blaster and a Phoenix Blaster. We could try something like that. Maybe one Optic and one of those guys, and mix that with the Bowman. All right, Pooty in for another spin here. It's those cursed Athletics now. I don't think we've ever spun a team 3 times before. Pooty taking down the A's. Welcome in, Irk. Scott with the Rays. I've tried it a couple times, and I've really had some bad luck with it. I was trying to push through maybe a couple bad streams of football, and we better push through, but maybe the mixing with baseball is the way to do it. El Patron, thanks for hopping in. Welcome in, Forgiven Jay. There goes the Cardinals. I've had both. I've one time I had the rip with we spent hours and didn't even get it half filled, so I just ate the rest of the teams. It's just weird. Like Facebook, I can't fill baseball, and then on Whatnot, I can't fill football. So I continue to stream my football on Facebook and my baseball here on Whatnot. And I think the bank's giving you a hard time now, Pooty. The old I hate Whatnot won't process your card issue. Yeah, actually, that worked for someone else. I see it's trying. It's just not going through for whatever reason. All right, I'll move on. Some reason you get it to go through. In the next couple minutes, I can still spin for you and attach a team to your order. Welcome in, Quigley. Got 10 teams left, $6 spins. Still got the Tigers and the Diamondbacks out there. Welcome in, Jay Craig. $6 spins, 4 blasters, a 25 Bowman. Down to our last 10 teams on the wheel. So the two chaser teams on the wheel are the Diamondbacks and the Tigers. Giants aren't too bad. Angels have a lot of volume of prospects too. Twins have volume too. So definitely some good value there. The two Chicago teams are probably the ones we're trying to avoid. Take it back. All right. Chicago Cubs are the bad team. Appreciate it, Scott. Scott with the Twins. Oh my gosh, I would have never expected that. The game started off like they had full control of that game, and then apparently the wheels fell off. That's nuts. So which relief pitcher ended up falling apart? Yeah, I feel like they should have a way better team with their roster. All right, Gary, appreciate you. Look at that, getting your team. Take it on the Mets. Step one, spin the Mets. Step two, pull something awesome for the Mets. Halfway complete. It's always step two that gets you. Hey, Gary, you still there? What's your thoughts on doing a 4-blaster mixer, 2 football, 2 baseball? Thinking like maybe an optic and a Phoenix or an optic and illusions or something, and then 2 Bowman. Good bow. Not one finger to point, it was the whole bullpen. We were just talking about how the pitching ERA was up there, the top of the league. Not anymore. All right, KG in for another spin. You're right. KG. Okay, we do have free pass on the White Sox. Some of us in here try to collect Kyle Teal like it's going out of style. All right, we are passing on the White Sox and taking down the Pirates. All right, 7 teams left. So this will be the last auction where we keep the Stasher Pass and C2 pick one on the wheel. You can still get Stasher Pass for new high bids, though. Welcome Medusa's Squad and Scobar. $6 random teams, 4 blasters, a 25 Bowman. Welcome in, Pop Pop. Got 4 blasters, a 25 Bowman. We're doing $6 spins. All of the free passes, unfortunately, have been used. So Cubs and White Sox are live. We do have the high bid that can get you the Brewers. Never seen them at the same place. Got Terry Francona's doppelganger at your work. All right, Kingship's going to get us down to our final 6 teams here with this spot here. Welcome in, Johnny G. All right, Kingship with the Royals. Awesome. All right, so that leaves us with Tigers, Giants, Diamondbacks, Angels, and then White Sox and Cubs. Welcome in, guys. $6 spins, 4 blasters, 25 Bowman. Welcome in, guys. $6 spins, 6 teams remaining, 25 Bowman, 4 blasters. Let's see, high bid Currently with Jake at 9. All kinds of things falling apart. Walk off in the 9th. Well, my Reds were up 4-2 when I came down to my basement to do the stream, and I found out they lost 13-6. Was it? They completely imploded. So yeah, 6-2 in the second. Welcome in, Card Vault. So Kingship, when do you think they give the call to Caglione? I hear the front office is saying they're gonna take their time and not rush him, but other experts are saying he could come up and contribute this year. Welcome in, Barber. $6 spins. We got 6 teams remaining. We're breaking 4 blasters of 25 Bowman. So I haven't followed too much of the Royals season, but there was a lot of us Reds fans upset to see Jonathan India go. How you guys liking India? Welcome in, K&B. Nice. I still got a pretty cool piece of memorabilia, so I think I bought it at one of the Reds games, or maybe I got it on an auction off of the Reds. But I have one of the baseballs from his first ever Major League appearance of his Rookie of the Year season. And then we right before he left the Reds, he had a signing downtown Cincy. I ended up meeting him down there, and he signed the ball for me and my daughter. The crazier thing, actually, it's kind of a cool story. It has something to do with the hobby. So, I actually met his agent at the Nationals in Cleveland, the National Sports Collector Convention, and we did a trade little deal. And you know, he I forget how I found out he was Jonathan India's agent, but he ended up telling me, if we make this deal happen, I'll get you, in front of India so you can meet him and get your ball signed. I was like, wow, that's awesome. I forget the other player he said he represented. Another pitcher. He was on the Pirates last year, but I think on to some other team this year. Oh, Jameson Talion, I think it was. Exactly, yeah. It's got a whole story behind it. Yeah, I believe the connections and the stories are what makes those things so cool. And then actually kind of finding the memorabilia too. I ended up finding a game used hat from Luis Castillo from St. Patrick's Day of, I think it was 2017 or 2018. But the cool thing about that is me and my buddy were at spring training that year for that game, and a local collector had that hat, and I was like, man, that'd be pretty cool. I think I ended up buying it off of him. But it's a white and green hat, just kind of odd for the Reds to have green in their uniform, but St. Patrick's Day they do a special thing down there in Phoenix. Welcome in Collectors Guild. We got 6 teams remaining. Some good teams left out there. Diamondbacks, Tigers. So, are you guys doing the Phoenix spring training area like out in Arizona, or is it like Florida? Arizona, I love it out there. It's a great time. Pooty, I got you down for the Braves, Red Sox, Yankees, Athletics, and Nationals. And the Collectors Guild in for a spin here. La Piedra, yep. And nice spin for Collectors Guild. Tigers. Five teams remaining. He was very friendly at spring training. So Castillo was very approachable. He would always sign for all the fans. The players are very accessible out there in Phoenix. It's kind of cool how they set their complex up. Welcome in IRS Cards, El Patron, down to a final 5 teams. We got Cubs, White Sox, Giants, Diamondbacks, and Angels. High bid takes down the Brewers. Okay, I'm trying to think of where that complex was. I didn't go to a lot of games when I was down there. We mostly just went to the Reds game. And then we did with the Guardians. But there was a guy that we ran into that was talking about the Rangers. He was traveling over and caught one of the Reds games. So I don't think it was that far away. You can literally go to multiple facilities out there. Okay, yeah, I think that's just north of Goodyear where the Reds are at. Yeah, we haven't been back to spring training. Let's see, I think it was 2020 the last year we went, and it was literally the exact week the country pretty much went on lockdown. It was bad timing to have a family vacation. They did let us come in the stadium and do like a tour. That was at least kind of cool. Welcome in, Kraken Guard. Oh, nice. I got some friends out there, and I don't think they're in Scottsdale, but they're close to Scottsdale, so really close to the whole area. And always they were showing me the ropes and everything. But I went out a couple times for spring training with some buddies, and then, like I said, we took the family out for 2020, and it ended up being COVID shutdown. Talk about a time when toilet paper was a necessity, an all time scarcity. We spent a whole day just trying to track down TP for our Airbnb. Yeah, it's all about the memories. Welcome in, Frycat, James Jr. We're down to our last 5 teams. $6 spins. High bid takes down the Brewers. Nice. I'm sure they have them around, and maybe the area you guys are too. But the pizza we were recommended by my buddy that lives down there was, I think it's pronounced Barrows, but it has like an S in front of it. They have a really, really good pizza. Yeah. All right, guys. How about a free stasher pass? Let's see if we can knock one more team down. Give you guys a little bit of flexibility with the spin here. Stasher pass on the next. All right, Jake's going to jump in for the stasher pass spin. Stasher pass on the Cubs. Passing on the Cubs. It was meant to be. It was meant to be, Jake. Final four: Giants, Diamondbacks, Angels, and Cubs. Welcome in, Schershman. Welcome in, Ellie. $6 spins, 4 teams remaining. So, Jake, I got you down for Reds, Mariners, and the White Sox. That is correct. You guys have sound. I think I actually clicked the microphone mute button there a second ago. I think I got you back on. Okay. Down to our final four. Welcome in, guys. $6 spins, 4 teams remaining. We're breaking 4 blasters at 25 Bowman. Some of the prospects we have left on the wheel that we're chasing. We got Slade Caldwell for the Diamondbacks, Johnny Level for the Giants, and then guys for the Angels. You got Lucas Ramirez, which is Manny Ramirez's boy. You also got Hayden Alvarez, and then I think it's George Clausen for the Angels. Welcome in, Chris Jam. $6 spins. We're down to our last 4 teams. Welcome in, Brando. All right, how about some $5 spins? All right, Chris is in for a $5 spin. Appreciate you, Chris. Not exactly what we're looking for here, but it is Bowman. Just about any team can hit with the right color or auto. Appreciate the raid, FF. Down to our last 3 teams before we break. High bid does get the Brewers. We got Diamondbacks, Angels, and Giants live. $5 spins. If you guys aren't following FF, make sure to give him a follow. He does a great single show. Also runs some breaks himself. High bid here will get you. It's the last turn, the last auction. We give that option. And the new high bid set at 11. And there goes the Diamondbacks going to Chris. Unless you want to pass. I'm figuring you want to stash, though. Gotta ask. All right, yeah, I figured you were going for that. So Giants and Angels. No stash or pass here, but you can go for the high bid. Brewers still out there in a reasonable range. So Angels or Giants. Yep, hybrid. The high bid will take the Brewers after the last team. So after this auction, we run the last one. If somebody could take it on the last one, so the high bid will fluctuate. But so now that this one sold for 6, if the last one goes for 12, it takes the Brewers. Takes your opponent FF. FF with the Giants. All right, so $12 will get you 2 teams here. You'll get the Angels and the Brewers. If it stays at 11 or below, you'll just get the Angels. Good luck, guys. Current high bids at 11. Nice, a true orange, McGonagall. I mean, even then, Shimmer Auto. That's an awesome hit. All right, high bids activated, guys. This is gonna be for Brewers and Angels, 2 teams for 1 price. FF finally broke through that wall Jake had built. And taking down the Angels and the Brewers. All right, appreciate the fill, guys. Here's our teams. And if everyone's ready, we'll go ahead and rip. All right, good luck, guys. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs. We got Pete Alonso, Connor Norby, Union, Rhett Lauder on the Rockstar Rookies, Ortiz or Little Poppy, Emil Morales, Jackson Humphreys, Sammy Stafura on the first Chrome for the Reds, Blake Walters, Gunnar Henderson, Corbin Carroll, and Scooble. Roki Sasaki, Adrian Del Castillo, Hurston Waldrop, Bryce Eldridge on the VIP, Victor Rodriguez, Drew Jones, Chase Mobley. Chromes are Jared Sundstrom and Zaire Hope. Then we got Judge, Merrill, and McCallahan. Rhett Lauder, Shea Wickham, Brooks Lee, Nick York on the Rookie of the Year favorites for the Pirates, Will Simpson, Jonathan Long, Yofri Rodriguez, Andrew Painter on the Chrome, Humberto Cruz, and we got Olsen, Rutschman, and on Acuna. Paul Skeens, Tyler Locklear. We have yellow bandana for the Guardians. Emmanuel Clase going out to Kingship Cards out of 75. Leo DeVries top 100. Jancil Villarreal, Ricardo Ron, Chase Burns, Will Simpson, Jonathan Long. Then we got Chapman, Sagasi, and Rosarina. Bo Bichette, Carlos Correa, Mookie Betts, Hobby Stars Acuna on the Home Run Haven, Hayden Alvarez, Richard Maddock, D'Angelo Ortiz, Emilion Petrie, Jack Lyons. Then we got Will Smith, Juan Soto, and Schwellenbach. Shohei Ohtani, Jackson Jobe, Shota Imanaga, Charlie Condon on the Greatness Loading for the Rockies, Colt Emerson, Peyton Eels, Seaver King, Caden Kendall, first chrome. Reptilian is upside down. That one threw me off. I was looking for the first logo. Santiago Suarez for the Rays. Going up to Scott. We got Ketel Marte, Kyle Tucker, and Contreras. Blaster number 2. Yeah, the Rays were non-existent for you last break, weren't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Jose Altuve. Oh, how about a rookie auto? Thomas Agassi for the Cardinals. Going out to El Patron. Nice rookie auto. You were feeling those Cardinals too, weren't you? Jackson Jobe. You called that one. Zaire Hope. Kyle Teal. There you go. You can build your quilt. You're still working on that quilt, I hope. O'Neill Perez. Cade Horton. Emil Morales. Then we got Harper, Tatis, and Mason Wynn. This quilt will be massive. Amador, Louis Bob Jr., Chris Sale, Max Clark on the VIP, Gregory Barrios, Jacob Wright, Conrad Kaysen, Nate Nankill, Jackson Humphreys, Wyatt Langford, Dylan Cruz, rookie, and Yuri Perez. Caden Dana, Freddie Freeman, Kumar Rocker, Nick York. I think we hit that one already. Another die cut, Nick York. Jesus Tolero, Sean Keys, Walker Janik, Jack Penny first chrome, Arun Escobar, Reagans, Noel, and Thorpe. Nolan Arenado, Zach Wheeler, Pete Alonso, Owen Cassie on the top 100, Gary Gill-Hill, Asbel Gonzalez, Caleb Lamavita, Alejandro Rosario, Anderson Chipotle, Kevin Alcantara, Acuna, and Jacob Wilson. Connor Norby, Caminero, Roki Sasaki, Bobby Witt on the Lucky 7 Sluggers. There we go, Kingship. Nice Bobby Witt. Tink Hintz, Elvin Garcia, Carlos Tavares, Chinwei Lin, Cam Caminetti. And then we got David Festa, Trey Turner, and Jung-Hoo Lee. Adrian Del Castillo, Hurston Waldrop, Rhett Lauder, Bazana on the greatness loading for the Guardians, Basalo, Cha-Chang, Cameron Sullivan, Richard Maddock, Reptilian for the Rockies, Claus, nice name, Marcus Simeon, James Wood rookie, and Sagano. All right, blaster number 3. One, two, three, four, five, six. C.J. Abrams, River Ryan. Wow. How about a redemption for the Rangers? Kumar Rocker on the green refractor auto. That's a nice hit for KG. That should be numbered to 99. KG with the Kumar Rocker redemption. Rookie Sasaki Rockstar rookies. Humberto Cruz, Josh Noth, Arun Escobar, Lazaro Montes, Jose Perella. Then we got Acuna Jr., Jacob Wilson, and David Festa. So that's the first redemption we've hit out of a blaster this year. And the second auto this break, yeah. Yamamoto, Tofar, Jackson Holiday, Samuel Basalo VIP, Aiden Smith, Echeverry, Leo DeVries, Eduardo, Sabat, Trey Turner, Jung-Hoo Lee, and Mike Trout, Tristan Casas, Clase, Roki Sasaki on the Rookie of the Year die cut, Walker Jenkins, Johnny Level first, Mitch Jebb, Luis Pena, not the right Brewer, but still a good prospect, Basalo. Then we get James Wood, Sagano, and Ben Rice. Bobby Witt Jr., Jackson Churio, Nick York, Tibbs on the top 100, Jose Perdomo, Inglaith Urena, Hagen Smith, Braylon Payne. There we go. Jesus Mate on the chrome. For Jordan Alvarez, Ramirez, and Bellinger. We've actually pulled his chrome auto out of one of these blasters. I think about a week or so ago. Different case, but he's definitely in here. Corey Seager, Willie Adames, Vladdy Jr. That's our third Hobby Stars of the break. World of Wax. Minetti. Quintero. J.J. Weatherholt makes his first appearance. Chase Burns. Didier Fuentes. We got Albies, Neto, and Lindor. Jose Altuve. Luis Robert Jr. Hagen Smith on the Greatness Loading. Corey Lewis. Charlie Condon first paper. O'Neill Perez. Kyle DeBarge. First. Reptilian Charles McAdoo for the Blue Jays. KG. We got Manny Machado, J-Rod, and Martinez. All right, blaster number 4. All right, blaster number 4. Jackson Holiday. Mike Trout. Tristan Casas. Jacob Wilson on the Rockstar Rookies. Kellen Lindsey. Matt Wilkinson. Connor Griffin. Richard Maddock. Dylan Feen. We got Jung-Hoo Lee, Simeon, and James Wood. Emmanuel Clase. Bobby Witt Jr. Jackson Churio. Walker Jenkins. Flores. John Carlos Laura. Franklin Arias. Claus. McGollum. And we got Sagano, Ben Rice, and Alvarez. Nick York. Willie Adames. Angel Acuna on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Ichiro Kano Hernandez. Chinwei Lin. Cody Freeman. Walker Jenkins. Echevarria. Bellinger, and Albies. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Jose Altuve. Amador. How about the number 1 prospect, Roman Anthony for the Red Sox? Going out to Pooh. Esteban Mejia. Bishop Letson. Javier McGollum. Password Garcia. Seaver King. Then we got Neto, Lindor, and Machado. Luis Robert Jr., Chris Sale, Caden Dana, Freddie Freeman, Kevin McGonigal on the first paper, Sundstrom, Aiden Miller, Yeremi Cabrera, Romeo Sanabria. And we got J-Rod, or Elvis Martinez and Kim. All right, last pack, guys. Kumar Rocker, Mr. Green Auto Redemption, Nolan Aaron, Zach Wheeler, Sagasi on the Greatness Loading, Lucas Ramirez, Seymour, Cole Fontanella, Hagen Smith, First Reptilian Tugboat, Matt Wilkinson for the Guardians. On out the Kingship, we got Chase Young, Ellie, and Sedane. All right, time for a little recap, guys. Yeah, very good break. All right, we got Sagasi, McGonigal, Roman Anthony, top 100, Password Garcia, Angel Acuna, Walker Jenkins, Jacob Wilson, Hagen Smith, Charlie Condon first, JJ Weatherholt first, James Tibbs, Roki Sasaki, Luis Pena, Samuel Basalo, Owen Cassie, Nick York, Max Clark, Jackson Jobe, Nick York, Eldridge, Rhett Lauder, Sammy Stafura, first chrome, Matt Wilkinson on the Reptilian Tugboat, Charles McAdoo, Roki Sasaki, Bobby Witt, Hobby Stars, Kalaz, Reptilian, Charlie Condon, Greatness Loading, James Wood on the Hobby Stars, rookie, Ronald Acuna, Jesus Mate, first chrome, Bazana, Greatness Loading, Leo DeVries, Santiago Suarez on the Reptilian, Emmanuel Clase on the yellow bandana to 75. We hit a green refractor auto of Kumar Rocker, and then Thomas Sagasi on the rookie paper auto. Appreciate the feedback, Kingship. I try to do that pace because I feel like that's kind of how I would like it to go. So some people like to see all the cards. I do ship all the cards, and I don't want to miss anything for you guys. All right, that second one took a little longer to fill, but if we got at least 5 people that want to run it back, we can run it back. If not, I'll probably go ahead and shut her down for the night and find someone to raid. Let me know what you guys are feeling. Looks like we might be starting to die down. I do appreciate you guys' support. Thanks for breaking with me tonight, and make sure to bookmark my streams next week, guys. We got some Bowman Megas coming in. Yes, I like to ship in a fast and safely, so you should see these go out tomorrow. I'm going to hop off here, get these ready for you guys, and get them down to the post office tomorrow. All right, let's see who we have on to raid. I thought Euphoric Doom might be on, but he's not. I posted one up for Monday morning, but I really think I'm going to try to figure out the the football baseball combo deal and should give it a shot. We'll do like two football blasters, two baseballs. Just give it a try. So I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Sunday night. All right, got another local breaker on. Met him at the Xenius card show. His name's Zach. We'll go ahead and give him a raid. All right, have a good night, guys.